Hey guys, welcome to a YouTube video you've never seen before. This is a 100% original idea. I'm going to show you my photography workspace, home, office, studio, desk setup thing. I enjoy watching these videos. You just get to be a little bit nosy and look at other people's stuff. So that's what I'm doing in this video. I'm going to show you what I'm working with, show you the monitors, the tech, the nerdy things that we care about. I'm going to share all and break it down, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. This is my setup. I'm going to jump straight into it. I'm going to list everything that I'm working with, and then later on I'll do a more detailed breakdown. So let's cover the whole thing in a quick overview. Flexi spot desk, sit-stand desk. Very simple, a nice mahogany color. It looks very red on camera, but yeah, I'll find out exactly what the color is and put it in the description. This mat is just from Amazon. It's actually not that decent. I should probably buy a new one. It's actually pretty rough, so it's ironic that it's supposed to be comfortable. iPhone 13 Pro. We've got the Apple Magic keyboard, Logitech MX Master 3 mouse, Bose headphones, Quiet Comforts, the best headphones ever. 16-inch MacBook Pro. Again, I'll talk about the specs later on in this video for those that care about it. And then the two monitors that pull it all together, the main piece to the puzzle I have, well, they're both ViewSonic monitors. This is a ViewSonic 4K photo editing monitor, which is 100% accurate, color accurate that is. It's an absolute beast. I love it. I wouldn't want to edit or do any of my work on anything else. It truly is one of the best monitors I've ever used. And then this is also a ViewSonic, but it's a gaming monitor, which is obviously got a faster refresh rate and all that. Again, I'll talk about the specs later on. Connecting the two monitors to the desk is a dual monitor arm. I just got it off Amazon. I'll show you the cable management later on in this video for the nerds out there that care about organization like I do. I think that's everything. Oh, and the Xbox, obviously. The Xbox Series X over in this corner, just chilling. My internet hub for internet related things, and yeah, a couple of games. I'm currently going through Witcher 3 again because it's an absolute beast of a game. And that's everything really. Sit-stand desk, MacBook Pro 16-inch, connected to this monitor just via one cable, the USB-C cable, connected to the ViewSonic photo editing monitor, and then the ViewSonic gaming monitor hooked up to the Xbox Series X. So yeah, that is a general overview. Let's talk about everything a bit more specifically and break it down a little bit further. Oh, and this is the chair. This chair is actually very basic. I got it from like Curry's because I needed a chair like 5 years ago. I would say it's not very good, but it's lasted me 5 years, so it's obviously good enough, but I'll probably be upgrading at some point. With all that being said, let's break it down in more detail. I am a full-time photographer and videographer and part-time Call of Duty fanboy who every single year falls for the trap of buying the new Call of Duty, and it's no different to the other one. So anyway, I digress. My profession is photography, videography, but I also have my gaming monitor and my Xbox Series X hooked up to the same kind of setup, which is probably not good for procrastination because it's very easy for me to just turn my Xbox on. But here we are. Starting with the desk itself, it's from Flexi Spot. It's a sit-stand desk. I love it. The color, however, is a little bit more red than I wish. I hoped it was a bit darker, but first world problems. I'll put a link in the description to the desk specifically. But it's absolutely perfect, no complaints. It's actually really sturdy as well. I don't even feel like if I ever knock it or lean on it or anything, I've got no problems there. It actually feels like a really solid desk. I'm also one of these people that gets a sit-stand desk thinking that they will actually stand at it, and 98% of the time I'm just sat down. Moving on to what most people will probably care about, and that's the laptop that I'm working with. It is a 16-inch MacBook Pro. Specs are on screen right now and in the description. Nearly every single day I'm editing video, 4K video in Premiere Pro, and with my photography work, I'm organizing and editing a lot of raw files in Lightroom. It handles everything perfectly. I've got no problems. In Premiere, it might lag once in a while, it might freeze, but it's not enough to annoy me and spend another few £1,000 upgrading it. So it's actually all right. I haven't really got a problem with it. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it doesn't give up on me now because the new MacBooks have just come out. But the one thing I don't like about it is the fact that I need dongles. So Anker actually sent me this amazing little piece of kit which has all the necessary ports on it. Now, if I had a new MacBook Pro, I wouldn't need this, but I only have USB-C ports on that MacBook, which is a little bit annoying. Talking about ports and the laptop, that neatly brings me on to mentioning that the MacBook Pro is hooked up to a ViewSonic 4K monitor. Once again, specs in the description, specs on screen. One single USB-C cable connects to the monitor, and then just one power cable to the outlet, obviously. So yeah, just one cable, USB-C, connects to the 4K monitor, which is just absolutely fantastic. And I wouldn't call myself a minimalist, but I'd like to have little clutter, and just having one cable like that is so good. I'll put the exact name of this ViewSonic 4K monitor on screen. I know it's got a couple of numbers in there, so I can't remember it exactly. But this 4K 27-inch monitor is the most beautiful monitor I've ever seen. The colors are 100% accurate. Yeah, as a photographer, as a videographer, as someone who uses color for their work every single day, this monitor is an absolute dream to work with. I used to have a 2K monitor about 6 months ago. I upgraded to the 4K monitor. I just love everything ViewSonic do, and that'll bring me on to talking about the gaming monitor in a second. So my priority is video and photo and color and editing and creative stuff. And I'm pleased to tell you that I've got a monitor that is just perfect for it. So if you're a photographer watching this video, which I'm assuming you probably are, and you do similar work to me, video stuff, photo stuff, YouTube stuff, whatever it is, you have to check out ViewSonic's monitors. They are the best I've ever seen. The keyboard is the Apple Magic keyboard. Is that what it's called? It's black, it looks good. There's not really much to tell you. Yeah, does the job. I like it, matches the overall aesthetic. So yeah, that's cool. And the mouse is the Logitech MX Master 3, I think it is. Absolutely amazing mouse. This mouse is so comfortable on your hand. I could sit at my desk, which I do, for hours at an end, and the mouse is amazing. So if I'm recommending anything, you know, with the keyboard and mouse combo that I have, the mouse is amazing. So if you're not using an MX Master 3 or a Logitech mouse, definitely check them out. It's a recommendation from me. I also want to just mention that Magic mouses are just the worst thing ever. Apple are so good at designing stuff, and they've designed possibly the most uncomfortable mouse ever. Now, I don't have one, obviously, because I used one for 5 minutes and I was like, this is horrendous, and then scrapped it and replaced it with a Logitech mouse. So just putting my 2 pence in there. I don't know why Apple still sell the Magic mouse with the shape that it is. Disgusting. So that's pretty much my work related stuff. MacBook Pro, 27-inch ViewSonic 4K monitor, and then keyboard, mouse. Oh, and Bose headphones, which I mentioned. The headphones are amazing. I don't actually use the headphones if I'm sat here most of the time. I just play the audio through the MacBook, but if I am out and about, those headphones come with me everywhere. So yeah, Bose Quiet Comfort headphones are pretty good as well. That's my photo, video editing stuff. That's my work related stuff. And then next to me, I also have my Xbox and my gaming monitor. So after like a year of using a ViewSonic monitor for my photo editing and whatnot, when I got my hands on the Xbox Series X just a couple of months ago, I knew I probably needed a good monitor to go with it. Now, I'm not a gaming expert, and I don't 100% know what to look for and what not to look for, and price points, and I just wanted a good monitor that looked good with the Xbox. And I got in touch with ViewSonic and said, hey, what do you recommend? And they told me about this 2K 144 refresh rate monitor. I think that's the correct term. The refresh rate on that matches whatever the output is on the Xbox Series X as well. Now, I'll put the details in the description along with everything else in case I'm saying the wrong thing here, but I loved the 4K monitor and my old 2K monitor for photo editing, and I didn't hesitate to get in touch with ViewSonic and say, can you help me out with the gaming monitor? And then they told me that that one is a good shout. So they're the two monitors I've got on my setup. Both ViewSonic, both look amazing. I've been running through Witcher 3 again, which is a great game, and it looks phenomenal on that screen, and obviously running through the Xbox. So yeah, photo editing, 4K monitor, gaming, 2K monitor, amazing. And yeah, thanks again for ViewSonic for just being so good. Cable management, let's talk about it. I care about cable management, but I don't care about it enough to go into like serious, making sure it's absolute pristine quality cable management. Now, there is a little tray underneath my desk, and all the wires and the cables are neatly wrapped up and, you know, stored there. Now, the wires are off of the floor, which is what I care about, so they're not distracting, my feet don't touch them or anything like that. But they do hang down and you can see them a little bit. So there's definitely some cable management, but it isn't the best cable management. For me, it's perfect. I love it. I know some people care about this more than other people. And I also want to give a shout out to Dan Brooks, who actually came around with his drill and drilled my desk and sorted it out for me because I just didn't have the means to do so. So shout out Dan for helping me sort my cable management out. To wrap up this video, I want to go through some questions you asked me about the whole setup in case I've forgotten anything or not mentioned anything. So I'm going to quick fire some questions that you asked me. One guy actually just said, "I hate you." And I read this the other day and I was just laughing loads. Obviously, I'm assuming, you follow me, so I won't take it personally. Images by Path said, "Why do most creators prefer Macs instead of higher specs laptops in the same price?" My thoughts on this is that everyone I know that has a laptop ends up replacing that laptop within 6 months. Everyone that I know that has a MacBook has the MacBook for years. Now, this is a generalization and everyone's going to have different experiences with MacBooks and PCs. And, from my personal experience, for photographers and videographers and people that edit on Windows don't seem to get the longevity out of the laptop. Now, I use my MacBook Pro every single day for photo editing and video editing most days. And I've had this for a year. The MacBook I had before was a 2014 model that I had for 4 years and I used it every single day. I'm not saying Mac is better than Windows, but from my experience and from the experience of people around me, those that use MacBooks tend to last longer. But you could spend less money on a Windows and have to buy a new laptop more often, or just spend more money on a MacBook once and then you're done for years. So that's just the way I look at it. Where is your stand-up desk from? Max Patnell Shoots. FlexiSpot, again, link down below. Best street photography settings for the X100V. This is not that video, and I'm pretty new to using the Fuji X100V, so I need to get my head around it a little bit before I start teaching people. Joshua Bowles Media said, "What's the square pad next to your keyboard?" And I saw this and I thought this was funny. I think he means this. This might have looked high tech or something, or it might have looked weird in the photo I put on Instagram. But it's a coaster, mate, for tea and coffee. That's all it is. Double-sided as well, so you can flip it around. That's pretty cool. I just want to quickly add in this video, if people are seeing this like blue and orange glow behind my monitors, that's got nothing to do with the setup. That is just some Ulanzi pocket lights that just to make the video look good. They're just magnet on behind my screen. I know some people are probably going to care about that, like how am I making everything glow? They're not normally on my setup, they're just there for video's sake. So that's that. Just dropped them. I think that's pretty much it. That covers everything. I'll link everything in the description, along with the specs and everything that might sound confusing that I've probably not explained very well. If you like what you're seeing, hit subscribe. Road to 100,000 subscribers. I think we might get that this year. 100,000 subscribers in 2022. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.